Hello, happy Thursday, happy February. I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to the channel. Well, today was an interesting one. I did get out there and I multi-apped and I made about $40. It should have been more. I didn't really get anything late. In fact, I was going to say it was quite the relaxing $40. I'm just out there chilling. I had a nice relaxing schedule, really, to be honest. I fell into it. It wasn't always that way. I kind of set it up for myself, finding something that I like to do in the mornings, something productive, something to work towards, and stumbling into something I liked at night, putting myself in a position to like it at night, because it's not always like that. I always liked the process of waiting tables, but there's a lot of stuff that goes around with it, and sometimes toxic work environments that you have to weave in and out of over the course of 18, 19 years and whatever else. But now I'm in a pretty good position where for 2 weeks I'll work Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday waiting tables, and then the next 2 weeks I'll just wait Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So on the weeks that I work 4 nights, the pressure is a little bit off of Instacart and Spark. And the weeks where I work only 3 nights, I work a little bit harder during the day. So it all kind of balances itself out. I had 2 Saturdays off last month. I worked at night maybe like 10 or 11 times. It's crazy. And still, and I don't talk about too much of totals, but still was able to manufacture a nice number for myself. Over 50,000, over 60. And this month I was able to do 1,900, or I should say January 2024, I was able to do 1,939.66. Living a happy life. I feel like I feel rich in ways because I don't have a lot of needs and I don't have a lot of wants. We're able to handle the emergencies that always come up. Things break, car payments, but car issues. We got drama with the dryer now downstairs. A front door issue. Things are always coming up. I'm talking to somebody today who says things are coming in threes, right? And they do. But what I'm trying to get to is I've set up a nice, relaxing life for myself, and it's a beautiful thing, and that I wish that for you as well. And if you're already there, that's great too. Keep improving and make sure you stay there. I also know I'm really lucky. I never knew really what I wanted to do. I look around and I don't see much that I want to do. I see a lot that I don't want to do, I'll tell you that. And I get to drive around and listen to podcasts and grocery shop and then go in and work at night for, only about 5 or 6 hours. Some nights it's a little bit longer, and it's not backbreaking work. It's difficult, of course, and it's stressful and there's a lot going on, but it can be fun and it can be lucrative. And I'm having at least 3 or 4 nights off a week home. It's nice. And so I kind of wanted to share with you my side hustle report from January 2024. I always do this. If it wasn't for this, my life, it would not be as good. Because if I was just waiting tables, you can knock off about 23, damn near 30,000 of what I could be making if I wasn't doing all this stuff. And then I'd be fighting. I'd be like, what am I supposed to be doing? I wouldn't have as much money. I'd be stressed about work. I'd be more reliant on work. Work's a lot better to go to when it's not paycheck by paycheck, when you don't have to go in there. If I'm trying to just say that the right way, work's a lot more fun when it's your choice to go. And giving yourself options, and that's all about breaking free. But for Instacart in January 2024, I made $652.80. Receipt Hog is a app where I scan my receipts. I made $5. I made $60 snow blowing. With Walmart Spark, I made $1,011.86, and flipping items $210, which is really quite low for me. I've been hanging on to some records because, I've been talking about this record review channel I want to do. The money will be there when I want to sell them. 200 still huge. That could pay for a Saturday off. That equals, there's 5 income streams right there. Nothing outrageous. can be done. That was $1,939.66. That's life changing. That's freedom. If I were to times that by 12, that would be $23,275.92 extra a year. And that's on a low month of flipping, and I could push that harder with my gig apps too. So I'd recommend getting out there, and there's sign-ups below in all my videos to sign up for Instacart and Spark. There's a low barrier to entry for that side hustle. And having become friends with a lot of the cashiers and stuff, they kind of tell me, oh, there's always new faces and we miss you. If I don't tell them that I'm doing lots of other shops at Aldi's, or, I'm doing Walmart Spark, I don't necessarily advertise that around town. But they always miss me, and they always say how the new people coming in, you get some characters, because all you gotta do is just sign up, right? And people in there in their pajamas, this and that, and just be a little bit professional when you go in there. It kind of gives, I'm sure some people, just like anything, can give the Instacart shoppers a bad name or a bad reputation. I'm always trying to be very respectful. I've made friends, at least in Wegmans, some good friends. Aldi's, I made some friends too. They're not quite as helpful. And, some people walk right by you. They won't give you a second look. And that's fine. I try to do it all on my own. I try not to bother the grocery store workers. So I'm just doing what I got to do. But anyways, I made $40 today. Today the money was not jumping in my pocket. In fact, the second order I had at Aldi's, it wasn't going through for some reason. So once in a while, you have to use your own debit card, which I did. It was $47 that I had to pay for this order. And as soon as it's done, Instacart says, would you like to be reimbursed? Yes. So I took a few pictures of the receipt, and sent that in. So hopefully I'll be reimbursed. And I made $40 today. I think that's going to get me to about $170 for the week. I'm hoping to make another $100. $270 would be huge. And hopefully that paired that with waiting tables and flipping and snow blowing, and you can set up a good life for yourself. And I'm very thankful to have set that up as well. Just a couple more things to discuss before we go. I heard today, first I heard Billy Joel has a new song out. It's called Turn the Lights Back On. It's good. I didn't, you never know what to expect from the old classic rock guys who put out music now, 20, 30, 40 years later, and that's my type of music. But the song was good. I'm excited about that. So excited to have Billy Joel back, putting on his greatest hits, volume 1 and 2. Oh my God, you could listen to every song. It's just so good, so good. I heard today that the cheapest seat in Las Vegas for the Super Bowl is $8,000 at the moment. That is nosebleeds, top deck, end zone. So if this is the field, they are up here. $8,000. I guess it will come down, they say, as it gets closer to game time. But damn, I like the 49ers. They are my team. I've liked them since I was about 8 or 9. $8,000. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't go for that. And you certainly can't bring your family. My kids, my 2 girls, they love football. Am I going to spend $24,000 on just tickets? So probably a $30,000 trip. Jeez Louise. Wow. That's very interesting. I'm trying to think what I would do for $8,000 to spend. I thought about dinner with Bob Dylan. Nothing else really came to mind. And yeah, I might for dinner with Bob Dylan. But I can't think of much else. But then before I wrap this up, I saw a cool poll question by Sensible Living with Money Mom Dawn. She had a poll question that said, have you always been frugal, yes or no? And no, I haven't been. I would waste a lot of money. I was a collector. I have a collecting bug. I still do. But I'm really good about it now. But I collected lots of stuff, cards specifically, and then tons and tons of records. I'd like to be a little bit more picky or a little bit more disciplined if I were to get some more records at the moment. I wasted tons of money partying in my early 20s. didn't have a great work ethic coming out of my teens into my early 20s. I just might have been a little bit immature. Might have been is maybe an understatement. Everyone else was kind of working. I was trying to see how long I could go without working. I don't know what it was. Maybe not wanting the responsibilities of adulthood. I look back now and I'm sure, and there was a lot of friends partying around me, but a lot of them were also getting their lives together too. So I was a little bit late in that. I certainly wasn't investing. I didn't even think it was possible. But there is, and there are ways to invest now. Check out low-cost index funds. It's a big part of the financial independence movement. I was very consumeristic. Stuff would make me happy. Spent a lot of money on new clothes. I would have spent as much money on this house as I could possibly have. Luckily, we got this place on a short sale, and we didn't spend too much more. We weren't completely house poor, and we have since paid off this mortgage. And then cars, I'm sure we paid a little bit too much. We've since tried to be frugal. But no, I was not always frugal. In fact, I didn't get really darn frugal till 2018, 2019 at the earliest. That was 38, 39 for me, 43 now, and we'll be turning another year older in March. It's never too late to turn around your frugality if you didn't start early, and let the next generation know, the ones coming up, your kids, your nephews, your nieces, your grandkids. Teach them the tricks of the trade so they can feel free like you and I. And I hope this video finds you well, and I'll speak to you very soon. Break free.